size and strength advantage.
Yeah.
For Terry White. I don't think I'm reaching or being controversial when I say that it's clear that Terry White is.
Cooper came up from 45 to this one. And it showed.
Good, sharp jabs from Terry White. Cooper exploring with his kicks and his jabs, and he eats a left hand, and he ties him up in the clinch.
Nice pinch headlock to start things off.
Big round knee from Terry White smacks the side of Cooper Causey. Cooper's answering Mac, but his knees don't have the same pop on them that White's have.
His hips are still being controlled, even when he is throwing those knees, taking a lot of pressure or sting off of him.
Cooper pawing, snapping out that jab, pawing with it, reaching, just sort of exploring with that leg kick. He's not committing to it. Causey's doing a great job when the exchange goes south of tying up White.
Yeah, and Terry's getting over-under and then having a lot of trouble kind of manipulating him with the over-under.
Good straight left from Cooper Causey, followed by a right hook.
Causey needed that too, because now he's got a little bit of the respect.
Yeah, now his jabs is flicking out there a little quicker. Steps into that kick. That low kick. So that left low kick, he's thrown it a couple times, and now Terry White feels confident there's not much behind it. So he's got that left kick red. That left low kick, he's going to have to make a change to it. But the punches from Cooper Causey working real well now. Long, that left low kick, he's getting eat up. Every time he throws that left low kick, Terry White is either answering to the punches, a knee straight up the middle, right in the groin. That was a pretty stout knee to the groin.
From a stout man.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of power.
My apologies.
There's a lot of power in those knees from Terry White.
And if you're playing the fashion faux pas bingo at home, you can cross stinky shin guards off the wrist, just so you know.
Oh, did he catch a whiff of shin guards?
A whiff of some shin guards.
We also have slider shorts showing underneath the tie shorts. I don't like that either.
It's Icy Mike's favorite. It's an Icy Mike special. You guys can go ahead and cross that one off the bingo.
Yeah, I don't like when the shorts, the cup holder shorts, show underneath Muay Thai shorts. It's okay in MMA shorts, but if you're wearing Muay Thai shorts, your underwear can't show.
Can't fight.
I'm not going to say that. You see that, dude? I'm not saying that.
That's your catchphrase.
Yeah, but I don't say it to these guys.
You got like 4 or 5 catchphrases?
Yeah, I only say that from behind the keyboard. I don't say that when I'm in the building with these animals, these monsters of men.
Wait till I cross the state line.
Yeah, I'll be gone. I'll be back at Myrtle Beach. White coming forward, punch, and then framing so that Cooper Causey wasn't able to counter. Left hook on the inside from White, rocks Causey, and he ties him up again, using his height advantage to kind of hoist him and push him to the cage.
Yeah, White is bringing the fight into the chest-to-chest range very quickly, but then
a hard left hand. A left hand landed on the inside that cracked the jaw of Cooper Causey.
Yeah, and he followed through with it in such a way where it almost looked like a takedown, but that shot was hidden in there.
No, his head definitely snapped.
Yeah.
It looked like kind of like a kneecap kind of takedown, but it definitely was a punch. Terry White is actually where he's having his difficulty is interesting because it's in the clinch, and you would think that pushing forward and getting into that clinch range would be something that he would try to do with the height disparity.
Yeah.
But the clinch is actually benefiting Cooper Causey
a little bit. It's letting him get in easier.
And he's messing up. You know, when White gets into that mid-range, which is where he needs to be to hurt Cooper. Cooper is doing a good job of either keeping him out on the end or bringing him all the way in and tying him up. And the clinches, aside from the first couple, are not going Terry White's way. Round 2 is back underway. Both men standing in the southpaw. And Cooper Causey throwing that jab out, but the 1-2 from Terry White finds its way home, followed by a left low kick.
That left low kick was right to the right.
Hard left hand. Big left kick. Cooper Causey walked into that kick a little bit.
He does find one cross in the mix there. Cooper does, but Terry White does give 3 in return.
Yeah, Cooper's getting that left kick. Even the low kick, he's getting it caught because he's not throwing it with enough speed. A left hook landed in the middle of that combination, but then Terry White covered back up. snappy jabs from both men that barely missed. That is another hard low kick from Terry White.
Very fast.
Yeah, well timed, and then that left hand just rocked Cooper Causey's head back.
And we know one thing about Cooper, he's got a heck of a chin. He took some big shots from McRae in that fight.
Oh, his left kick has been red all night, every time. So Superman punch is a good idea. It's going to need to be a little quicker and thrown from a little closer to land. Cooper's left kick has been a problem for him. He's getting countered every time he throws that left kick.
He loves that catch that kick and throw that cross. He's so quick with it. If he can just get it higher to the nose.
But Terry White has slowed down considerably. I think one of these shots took something out of him.
I did see him get really wide-eyed after one of those exchanges about 30 seconds, 40 seconds ago. He got a little wide-eyed for me.
Good lead leg push kick.
I think it was the body work. I think it was the body work from Cooper.
I think something hurt him. Terry trying to hang out right on the end and counter. Nice counter. Good low kick. A good straight right from Terry White in a low kick, but Cooper answering back with 2 consecutive hard left hands.
Cooper does tend to rise to the level of his opponents, for sure. He tends to come up.
He shows up.
Yeah.
Hard left hand.
The harder they fight, the harder he fights. I saw Terry throw a lightning fast whipping kick, and Cooper threw one from each leg in return in a second. Threw a low with the right, and the left went straight to the body. I think he's starting to get back into this fight.
That was a very, very even round.
I think this next round might determine it.
I think so too. I think they're around each.
It's probably the closest fight we've had so far tonight.
It's hard for me to be sure with this one. It's very close.
Yeah,
it's very close. I even believe that Cooper Causey did better in the first round than he knows he did. I think he's starting to feel a little more confident. We just heard him scream something from the corner. He just yelled something into the
ether.
The face of Derek Kennington and Nick Juretic over there. And this is exciting because we have zero idea who is winning this fight.
Yeah, I honestly, both rounds up until this point were pretty close.
If you're watching us live on YouTube, comment below right now. Who do you think is winning this fight?
What do you think the score is?
Right hands from both men thudding. And now Cooper Causey just throwing everything into his shots. But Terry White able to use that strength and power to yank Cooper Causey in and land knees and turn him. But Cooper's having a lot of success in the clinch. And Terry White just used a lot of energy trying to make that work. Good straight punches from Cooper. Oh, left, right, left again from Cooper Causey lands. This is a far more disciplined and technical performance from Cooper Causey. Yeah. So I like your observation that he seems to go with whatever, he rises to the occasion. Most people do not. Yeah. That's a misnomer, rise to the occasion. People just don't do that. But Cooper Silas Causey appears to do that very thing in each of his fights. He becomes what he needs to become.
Yeah, either that or he's a slow starter and this is what he's supposed to look like. This is how he looks in the gym maybe. I don't know. But he's definitely turned the momentum of this fight around 100%.
Left hand.
And if I'm a judge, I'm watching this and thinking, wow, this kid is completely back in this fight.
Yeah.
And he's now imposing his will.
Huge breaths.
Yeah, Terry's very slow to get up.
Huge breaths from Terry White. Took him an extra second to get his back off the cage there. Left hand sends Cooper backwards.
Terry's still cracking. He's still got power, but he's slowed down so much that he's become very hittable.
Yes, and Cooper Causey doesn't, no matter how tired he is or how he's getting hit, he doesn't fight different. He doesn't come off of his game plan when he gets hit or when he gets tired. Whereas Terry White appears to be slowing down and changing what he's doing considerably. And then punch combination from Cooper Causey cannot miss. That left kick gets him in trouble again, though. Hard body shots and then up top from Cooper Causey. And he's heard the 10-second warning. He sees no reason to stop punching.
Cooper pours it on at the end of that fight and may have stolen the show.
What an amazing performance from Cooper Silas Causey to come back from being in a lot of trouble in that first round to a fairly competitive second round and perhaps a one-sided third round.
Yeah, I think the third round was quite one-sided. Now, was it enough to get a 10-8? Because if I saw those first two rounds for Mr. White, he needs a 10-8 to draw. I mean, I think there's a lot of different ways this scorecard could play out, but I think definitely Cooper Causey. The only thing I can say for sure is that Cooper won that last round. It's just a question of how much. Eddie Magana seems to agree with the commentators here and says it was 1-1 going into the third. If that was the case, we know who to expect as our victor here, Mr. Cooper Causey. But, you know, and this has been the case all night. They've been running a little slow all night, but taking a little while to tally up those scores.
Cooper Causey still got energy, still throwing crisp.
He thinks he's fighting in Walker Vivian's, and if it's a draw, they're going to have to go again.
Yeah. Fight forever. See that? If you see in the replay there, or oh wait, that's the YouTube. We're a little bit behind.
So yeah, quite a bit.
Or we're ahead. YouTube's behind.
Yeah, we're in the future. They're in the past.
Cooper Causey still full of energy. He looks like he could fight again. Cooper Causey dancing like he's about to enter the dance battle circle.
Yeah.
Like he's about to go in, but he isn't decided to step into it yet.
All right, judges' decision is in. And we have a majority decision going to the blue corner, Cooper Silas Causey. Improvement record of 3-1. Stick around for an interview.
Like we said, some judges saw it one way. I'd love to see how the scores broke down because I'd be curious if one judge had 2 rounds for Cooper and one judge had a 10-8 for Cooper. Yeah. Or, I mean, I think it's very possible. I mean, I'm a little bit more liberal with the 10-8s. It's about the only thing I'm liberal with, but I'm a little bit more liberal with the 10-8s. So I would say if you're getting beat up the whole round, there could be 10-8'd. Even if you don't get knocked down, even if you don't get rocked, if you're not really providing much in the way of offense.
There's a compelling reason to hand out 10-8s a little more freely, because one issue with the scoring system is you can completely destroy a guy in a round, and then he can eke by for 2 rounds. And I would argue that the guy who destroyed someone for an entire round won the fight. But it doesn't matter by how much you win unless you get a 10-8, because it's still 10-9. If I beat you by a mile, it's a 10-9. If I beat you by a hair, it's a 10-9, unless we get that 10-8. So I think they should give them out more freely.
I also love
All
Fast and
bloody
Furious.
smiles after that fight.
Is that a Fast and Furious reference that I made by accident?
Like a dog. I am a dog, man. I was raised in Conway, South Carolina. That's what we breed. We breed dogs in the back room of Next Element Academy. But that's what we do.
You are the epitome of a Conway fighter. As someone who has lived in the gym in Myrtle Beach and been in that scene, you are the epitome of what I've seen from there.
Concur.
Rough, dirty, but tight and technical when they need to be. Sir, how did you feel coming into this fight? What do you feel like was your biggest advantage coming into this fight?
To be honest with you, my biggest advantage is honestly the way I was growing up. I grew up being raised by my mother, my grandparents, no father involved until about 11 years. I met my stepfather, James Vernon, the best man I ever met. And I'll tell you something, it took all the stuff I went through growing up as a kid to come in here. And I'm gonna tell everyone in here, if you got a dream you wanna follow and no one's gonna be there with you, do it by yourself because you will get there. And I wanna say one last thing. I wanna say Happy Mother's Day to my beautiful mom, Tina Vernon, my grandmother, my sweet, sweet grandmother, Marcia Cooper, and Wanda Cook. That family's my second family. And all I got to say is I love everyone. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all beautiful moms out there and all the single moms out there. What's up?
Cooper Causey, everybody! One of, hands down, the greatest interviews post-fight. We've got Mike and Dylan in tears. My son's shaking his head. He might go to church tomorrow. All right, so.